Oh, hello there. I'm Blackbright, broadcasting out of the UK. I hope that this video is quite short. I notice that sometimes my videos get so long, and I do apologise because I know our attention span is no more than 20 minutes. And when we go on and on and on, it is difficult. But sometimes I think that the information is valuable and I'm not quite sure what to leave out from what not. Anyway, I wanted to talk today quickly about the COVID-19 app. There's been videos going around saying, oh, you've got the COVID app, it's been downloaded on your phone and they're showing you where to find it and stuff like that. It's not the app that's been downloaded on the phone, it's how to use the app that's been downloaded on the phone. And yes, it might be a bit disturbing to find something that you don't want to be associated with. Some people don't want it on their phone. So to see that, they're probably thinking, oh my God, this is the way that they've got access to our phone. But you have to remember that the government has an obligation to inform people what the app is about and all of the things to turn it on and turn it off. And they may not want you to know that it's actually on your phone, because if they're telling you how to switch it on and switch it off and what to do, which is what they're obliged to do, a lot of people are going to do it. So instead of having it on mainstream media and telling everybody, oh, look, just go to Google, no, just go to settings, go to Google, and you'll notice that COVID-19 exposure app comes up on your phone, because that is what it is. On Androids, at least, I don't know where it is on the iPhone or the iOS phones, but on the Android, you just have to go to Google. You go to settings, and then you go to Google, and then you'll see it come up. But you can't, it's, the guy saying, well, you can delete it and blah, blah, blah. You can't delete it. It's somehow on your phone. But I think when you install the app, it will give you an option to turn it on or turn it off or whatever. It doesn't switch on or switch off anyway without Bluetooth. It's not effective without Bluetooth. So you would need to be compliant. You'd need to turn it on. For it to work. Anyway, for those of you who don't want to read long, well, it's not that long, but just want to know what it says, maybe because of literacy problems or whatever, I'm just going to run through it very quickly. By law, the government have to inform you about what they do, and sometimes they prefer that you don't know, so they inform you in a surreptitious way. So did you know that COVID-19 exposure notification has already been downloaded on your phone? And I've just told you how to find out where that is. And like I said, there was no media coverage. Let me see. There are videos going around, which as I've already said, I'm not going to repeat that. The information that has been installed, you could be notified if you've been exposed to someone who reported having COVID-19 by turning on exposure notifications. If you change your mind, you can turn it off. To use the system, you will need to download your Public Health Authority's app. If you have COVID-19, you may share that info with the app to help alert people that you've been in contact with. If you have been exposed to someone who has shared that they have COVID-19, the app will notify you and give you further instructions. What you need to get started, you download an app from your region's government public health authority. To find out if the app is available, check with your government. Turn on the app, turn on the phone's Bluetooth, turn on your phone's location. The system uses this to scan for Bluetooth signals. The system does not collect or track your location. And how exposure notifications work: when you turn on exposure notifications within an app from your region's government public health authority, your phone shares random IDs with other nearby phones that have turned on the exposure notification system. I can't see how that is effective. It's reliant so much on so much third-party interventions. Throughout the day, your phone and the phones around you exchange random IDs. When the phone detects a random ID from another device, it records and stores ID. If someone reports having COVID-19 and their ID is stored on your phone, the app will notify you of the next steps to take. And the thing is, it makes me wonder if it's not that effective and it's reliant on so much third-party variables. Has it got another use? What is its real use? Maybe it's got nothing to do with COVID-19, because this seems a bit bizarre. It's dependent on you turning on Bluetooth, dependent on another person turning on Bluetooth. It depends on whether or not you've turned on exposures or whether you've turned it off. Something not quite right. They would not leave such an important app open to because it would just collate random information. What is the point of that? It doesn't make any sense. And if it doesn't make any sense to me, there's something not quite right. Anyway, how the app may determine exposure. The government public health authority determines which factors might indicate exposure. If the app learns that you've come into contact with someone who reports themselves as having COVID-19, and I don't know why they call it COVID-19, let's call it the coronavirus, because COVID-19 is the coronavirus identification app. So it's not the actual virus. So we'll call it coronavirus because it's very misleading. The system shares with the app the day the contact happened, how long the contact lasted, the Bluetooth signal strength of the contact. The Public Health Authority app is not allowed to use your phone's location. I don't know why. Why turn the location on then, if that's the point? Mind you, whether you turn your location on or off, they can still track you. So I think it's to give you a false sense of security. If you've turned your location off, they can't find you. But of course they can. The exposure notification system itself does not use your location or share other users' identities with the app, Google or Apple. If you have coronavirus, in the public health app, you may report yourself as having the coronavirus. It does say COVID-19, but I'm replacing that with the coronavirus. The app may ask you to share your random IDs. This helps the Public Health Authority to notify others. The app may then check if your random IDs are stored on other people's devices. It may alert others who came into contact with you. Those other people won't know your identity. How the exposure notification system protects your privacy. You decide if and when to share your data. All of the exposure notification matching happens on your device, which means that only you and your app know if you report having COVID-19, having the coronavirus, or have been exposed to someone who has reported having the coronavirus. Your identity is never shared with other users, Apple or Google. When you download a Public Health Authority app, you can opt in to use exposure notifications, and that's what you'll see on your phone when you go to Settings, Google. If you have coronavirus, you can choose to share your random IDs with the app to help prevent tracking. Your phone random ID changes every 10 to 20 minutes. Your phone only stores random IDs from the last 14 days. The Public Health Authority app is not allowed to use your phone's location or track your location in the background. Only official Public Health Authority apps can use the system. Deleting your exposure history. You can delete the random ID stored on your device before they are automatically deleted after 14 days. You can't delete your random IDs that are stored on other people's devices or that you have shared with the app, which probably means all those random IDs that have gone to a central system, even though you've deleted them from your app, they'll still be on that central system. Important, by deleting this data, you won't be notified if you've been exposed to the coronavirus. And like I said, on your Android device, open up settings, tap Google. And once you tap Google, the COVID-19 exposure notifications will be on the first at the top. And then once you've got the app downloaded, if you want to delete the random IDs, you can do that. If you get the notification from Public Health Authority app that you were exposed to coronavirus, you'll get a guide on what to do next. So I just thought I'd run that by you just in case. So you don't have to panic at this point, because no, they haven't downloaded the app on your phone without your knowledge. They have just downloaded that information. I would have thought, though, like I said, nothing's personal anymore. We don't have a choice in what they download on our apps. And yes, we do have a choice in the sense that if we authorize automatic updates, we do not know what those automatic updates are. So in authorizing automatic updates instead of manual updates, and you can go through what each one is, we've become a lazy population, lazy civilization. We just, when you see update, all you think is, oh yeah, I'm getting all the latest gumballs on my phone. Everything, the latest this, it'll work quicker, it will do this, it will do that. But we don't think of all of the other things that are being updated on our phone that we have given permission to by. And most of them, they install automatically overnight. And you will have said the times you want it to install. I often find that, because I turn off my Wi-Fi at night, they can't install them automatically. So they have to let me know that they wanted to do an update and they haven't been able to do it, and whether or not I want them to do it or not. Most of the time I say later, and then all of a sudden I find it's been uploaded even though I've said later. So what can I say? So that's all I wanted to share with you today. Have a wonderful day and a blessed evening. Keep safe and keep alert. Bye-bye.